need a few more rounds of play there. It just depends on their records going forward.
And yes, you'll see that even though this looks like a lopsided matchup, each of these racers will get 5 shots at it. So you have the 0-1s go against each other. Excuse me. You will have the 0-1 racers go up against each other next time by, and then the 1-0 racers go up against each other next time by as well. We are now underway.
They are underway. They are going into the White Sword Cave. It looks like... unless the stream is out of sync, it looks like Mad Bomber's a little bit behind. He didn't have his menu up, but he's only took a few seconds. So you can see chessjerk and KHANanaphone both heading towards level 3, doing the screen scroll glitch to get there faster. That's a pixel perfect, frame perfect trick, just a perpendicular tap to just fool the game into thinking you are jumping over the barrier so you don't hit the screen transition. You instead come out on the other side of the screen and get where you're going a little faster.
Looks like chessjerk's having a little bit of trouble. He finally does get the screen scroll, so now he's on his way into level 3. Of course, the item in level 3 is the raft, which is required to get into level 4.
KHANanaphone doing the top route through level 3. And so this is a route that was, started doing it in any percent, the yes Up+A category because it saves a key, but it's now in the world record for no Up+A. It's a little bit slower, but it's more consistent, so it's a good idea in a race, particularly. chessjerk going the older, more traditional bottom route through the compass room. Meanwhile, ZebGedney and MadBomber heading to level 2, and it's a much easier route to go to level 2 first, so for beginning runners, it's a better bet. In fact, I once found MadBomber just dying over and over again in level 3 as he was trying to learn the game. I said, man, you got to start on the 2 first route, so it's definitely the way to go for players new to the game.
And that's the thing about level 3 is because you're starting with only 3 hearts, you're losing a heart each time you get hit by an orange dark nut, and then Manhandler, the same thing. You're going to lose a heart each. So this is very risky in terms of race stretch, obviously. But most of these top runners who do level 3 first usually can handle themselves.
ZebGedney got the Moldorm's key in level 2. And MadBomber did not. That is an optional key. There are a couple of ways to handle the key routing on that route. Both are perfectly acceptable. They'll just have to make different decisions later in the run, and we'll point that out when that happens. KHANanaphone now going into Manhandler. Manhandler spawning on the right-hand side, which it does on the top route. You'll see when chessjerk gets there, Manhandler is going to be in the upper left corner. The spawns stay the same depending on what route you take through the rooms.
KHANanaphone with 2 bombs is able to take down Manhandler, no problem at all. He's able to get his extra bombs. He's got the full 8.
And chessjerk actually going up into that shoot room that you saw KHANanaphone go through for backup, as a backup to get more bombs before he heads to Manhandler.
Yeah, right you are on that.
You absolutely need bombs on the way into level 4. KHANanaphone has 8 bombs as he leaves, so he's in good shape.
Yeah, I believe you need 2 bombs in order to complete level 4. So you got to make sure that you have that. And if you only have 1 bomb, you got to build up that counter and try to force a bomb off of something that drops something, like fires and Zols.
Yeah, that's correct. The way the drop manipulations work in this game is if you kill 10 enemies in a row without getting hit, the 10th enemy, if you kill it with a bomb, you will get a bomb. If it's a dropping enemy, if you kill it with anything else, you will get a 5 rupee. There are some exceptions and edge cases to that. That's the basic idea behind the drop manipulations. That's what makes this 3 first route possible. Looks like chessjerk had some bad luck with his Manhandler fight as he's heading back into level 3.
Yep, that's correct. He was unable to get the 1-shot kill, and he ran out of hearts before he could take down the rest of Manhandler, so he's got to go back and try again. And again, this is why I say that taking a death here in the vanilla is very, very costly, because you're taking about a minute or so going back to that fight.
Manhandler is the most RNG-heavy part of the game, if you're going to take a death, that's a very likely place it's going to happen. See MadBomber and ZebGedney both grabbing the white sword now. On chessjerk and KHANanaphone's route, they will skip that sword entirely. That's an intermediate-level sword that does 2 hit points. It's one of the reasons the 2 first route is a little bit easier. KHANanaphone now grabbing his ladder at 430, which is pretty respectable for a race. He's made his way through that breakfast room, and he's gonna bomb his way up to finish off level 4. Meanwhile, Zeb and Mad Bomber are heading to level 1, and chessjerk is out of level 3 and heading to level 4 now.
And we call it the breakfast room because the Zols kind of look like jelly, the likes like pancakes, and the bubbles like eggs. So that's how we get the name, the breakfast room.
You see ZebGedney and Mad Bomber both entering and exiting and re-entering level 1 at the beginning. That saves a key. It's a glitch that unlocks the door at the top. There are, in some categories, you can skip that pirouette and just open that door up, but in any percent, the fastest way to do it is to do the pirouette like that.
Absolutely, and both these players in level 4 and bombing their way up, and they're going to get the 10 rupees, and they're going to bomb up again. They do that instead of to the right. Even though the right is faster, it's because you need to pick up this key right here. Yeah,
it's the error key, as Error 72 came up with the strat. In addition, it does a few things. The older route, they got a key in a different place, but the advantages to the error key, there's several. First of all, when you come down to bomb these vires, you're in a great position to bomb them, and you can build up your count on those gels and keys on the way through those rooms, so you can get forced bombs when you bomb those fires. And you can see KHANanaphone now has 8 bombs as he's fighting Gliok, the boss of level 4. That's the point of the strat.
Yeah, KHANanaphone getting a whole jackpot of keys, and that was a well-done Gliok fight right there by KHANanaphone as he picks up his second Triforce piece.
chessjerk finishing off the breakfast room as ZebGedney and Mad Bomber both, they've gotten the bow out of level 1 and they're heading to Aquamentus, the boss of level 1, and that should not be much of a problem for either of them. KHANanaphone, meanwhile, finishing level 4, and he himself will also be heading to level 1 now.
Yep, level 1 having Aquamentus, 6 hit points, either 6 wood swords or take a bomb and 2 wood swords. No problem for either ZebGedney or Mad Bomber as they pick up their second Triforce piece.
Zeb and Bomber, of course, both have the white sword, so it's just 3 slashes with the white sword.
Yep, right.
Now, you might notice their rupee counts. Zeb has 100 rupees, Bomber has 45. Zeb collects more rupees. You might think he's doing the blue ring route, but I believe he's actually going to get the bomb upgrade in level 5. He dropped the blue ring from his runs and went for a different safety that you sometimes see among players who are improving in any percent, but not that often, so you'll see that when he gets to level 5. Buying his candle now to collect those other secrets later in the run.
All right, let's see how chessjerk does against Gliok. Got to be careful. He's down to his last hit, and he still needs several more hits on this Gliok head before he takes him down. And he's out.
All right, now chessjerk has a couple options here. He can leave and come back to take care of that Gliok later, or he can. Looks like he's going to rush right back in and try and fight him right away. It's the riskier play, but sometimes you just want to see if you can get it over with now.
That's a really costly death because he has to go through the entirety of level 4 again, and he has to full clear the room full of Vires again in order to get back into the Gliok room. So this could give ZebGedney a chance to gain some ground on him.
Yeah, Zeb in level 3 now, as is Mad Bomber.
Yep, and with the white sword, the orange dark nuts will only go down in 2 hits as opposed to 4 with the wood sword.
Yeah.
And we see KHANanaphone picking up his Triforce piece. That's his 3rd one.
Yeah. Now this is where if KHANanaphone's sticking to his usual route, he will go to level. He will not go to level 5 as they do on the world record route. He will go to level 2. But and before that, he'll grab some hearts on the coast. We'll see that in a second.
Now, regarding the bomb upgrade that you talk about, there are 2 bomb upgrades in this game. One that is in level 5, next to the Room of Requirement. The other is in level 7. They both cost 100 rupees, and they give you an extra 4 bombs.
Yeah. Zeb, I think he decided that when he was dropping the blue ring, he could just keep collecting 300 secrets and get the and get that bomb upgrade, so he has to worry less about counting and forcing bombs. It's not a bad strat.
Well, I tell you what, chessjerk made it with one hit to spare as he takes down Gliok, and he gets his Triforce piece out of level 4.
KHANanaphone now collecting the raft heart. He's going to go down and collect the coast heart, and then the iconic part of the red candle route, in my opinion, the double ladder clip into a screen scroll before he heads to level 2.
ZebGedney has his third Triforce piece. Let's see how Mad Bomber does against Gliok. He only has 3 bombs to work with and a white sword. Remember, he loses 1 heart. Bullseye! Nice shot there by Mad Bomber. ZebGedney gets his 100 secret. Mad Bomber's got 3 Triforce pieces. chessjerk now heading to level 1, doing the pirouette trick to get rid of that locked door. KHANanaphone is heading to level 2 next.
Yeah, KHANanaphone heads into level 2. I don't know if you'll see chessjerk do this or not, but in the world record route, you have the blue candle in level 2, and you will often see players use that. KHANanaphone does not have the blue candle because he's doing a red candle route, so his strats in level 2 are slightly different than what you might see from other players at his level. Meanwhile,
go ahead.
Meanwhile, Mad Bomber and ZebGedney both making their way through level 4.
And the difference between blue candle and red candle, for those who may not be familiar with seeing that in the runs or in 100%, blue candle, you can only shoot the candle once in the entire screen. After you shoot it once, you have to exit the screen to use it again. With the red candle, you can fire it as many times as you want on that screen, but only 2 shots can be on the screen at the same time. And
the other thing is, red candle you have to buy for 60 rupees. Blue candle you buy for 60 rupees. Red candle is in level 7, so on KHANanaphone's route, he has to collect less money. That's one of the reasons he has less resource pressure. The other reason is because level 2 is before level 5. There are some guaranteed bomb drops that you just saw him get on the way out of level 2, so it's a little bit easier to come into level 5 with the bombs he needs. He'll be heading up to the northeast 100 to grab all the remainder of the money he needs on this route, and then because he needs 140 rupees to buy arrows and meat later, and then he will head into level 5 from there. Meanwhile, Mad Bomber grabbing his ladder, as is ZebGedney, as they make their way through level 4.
And chessjerk grabs his Triforce piece out of level 1. So KHANanaphone has 4 Triforce pieces. He's going to the far northeastern region of Hyrule to get this 100 rupee secret here.
And that will take care of all the money he needs on this route, because he doesn't need to buy a candle, so all he needs is the 140 plus whatever he needs for arrows.
Candle, of course, is required because you need it to burn the bush to gain access to level 8, which we'll see later on for all these runners.
Now, the disadvantage to KHANanaphone's route is he does need bombs on the way out of level 5. On a 5 before 2 route, you worry less about that, but he has to go to level 7 after level 5, and level 7 requires quite a few bombs to get through, so you will see him play level 5 a little bit different than some other runners. chessjerk, meanwhile, bombing open the cave for the 30 secret. He has farmed 30 rupees, so he has enough to buy that blue candle before he heads into level 5.
ZebGedney having no trouble with that Gliok, so he is done with level 4. That'll be his 4th Triforce piece.
And Mad Bomber clearing out that room of Vires, and he is also heading into the Gliok fight. And KHANanaphone heading in to the recorder room, aka the room of requirement, aka the Olive Garden, as we're here for the breadstick.
Yes. If you remember when Arcus was running The Legend of Zelda, they'd call it the Olive Garden, and you call the recorder the breadstick. I actually like that nickname for this room, the Olive Garden. Gotta love it.
And Mad Bomber picking up that 4th Triforce piece. He got through that Gliok fight quite expertly for a runner at his level, and
KHANanaphone is out of bombs, so he's going to have to do this the hard way.
No.
But keeping Beam Sword is huge against Blue Darknuts because you can fire them from long range.
Yep. You see, ZebGedney just got that third 100 secret, and he's getting either a heart or a potion from the coast. We'll see which. Meanwhile, Mad Bomber, I think, is going to go the other direction, do the world wrap. He's not going to get that third 100 secret, so he's going to skip across the map with a screen scroll and a ladder clip. Now, screen scrolling past the Lost Woods. This is the screen scroll that saves one of the bigger time saves because you don't need to go through an area that is a 4-screen maze. You just so even though he's a newer runner, he's taken a few tries to set up the screen scroll. It will save quite a bit of time once he hits it.
ZebGedney purchases his wood arrows. Meanwhile, chessjerk has just collected his recorder, so he's done with that room of requirement. Now he just has to track back and make his way toward Digdogger.
No. KHANanaphone farming the Dodongos. As I mentioned, he needs bombs for level 7, so he needs to come out of level 5 with as many bombs as he can, and he now has 8, so he's ready to go.
ZebGedney grabbing the potion out of that Takenny cave on the eastern side raft spot, which is very handy because level 9 and level 8 and level 6, those are 3 levels where you can get damaged big time by Wizrobes and Darknuts. So that's a pretty solid move in this route for Zeb.
Yeah, by foregoing that world wrap and walking across, in addition to getting the extra money, he got an extra heart container so he could trade one of them for a potion there.
We were talking about level 7. You have to have at the very least 5 bombs just to get through level 7. It's not including the bombs that you might use against your blue gorillas or whatnot.
Yeah, right. There are walls to bomb open in level 7.
Yeah, plenty of them, too. Pretty good fight there of Digdogger by chessjerk. He lost no health, so his refill time will be the minimum. And as you suspected, John Taven, he is going south of the room of requirement is ZebGedney. He'll bomb this wall to the right, and for 100 rupees, he'll purchase this bomb upgrade. So now the maximum capacity is going to be 12 bombs instead of the normal 8.
If he also bombed that old man, I'm not sure. That may have been for swag, but that may have actually, well, he got hit, so if he was setting up a count, he lost it. But,
yeah, that's too bad. That he may have been setting up a count against these blue Darknuts, because blue Darknuts are in the health drop group. They're going to drop a lot of hearts and fairies for you. They're not going to drop you any bombs, so he unfortunately won't get extras.
But with 12 bombs, it's a little bit easier than with 8. So So, as I mentioned, that when he dropped the blue ring, he picked up this bomb upgrade as sort of an intermediate safety. And I've known a couple people who elected to do that. You don't see it. You don't see it outside of 100% and swordless that often, but the bomb upgrade has its place for some runners. KHANanaphone now making his way through level 7. He is heading through those gorillas who just love to throw boomerangs at you at the worst time, and he's in the river room, taking them out. He's not using arrow strats in the river room, I guess, as some runners do, but...
That's a pretty good job of the room of requirement for Mad Bomber as he gets his recorder and he still has most of his health intact. KHANanaphone had 7 bombs coming into level 7, so there's no reason why he shouldn't be short on bombs coming out of here.
Yeah, he was using bomb strats in the river room. I thought maybe he was trying to force a bomb there, which I have seen him do, but he didn't get it. So I don't know if he missed the force or if he just wasn't worried about it. We'll see how he handles the level. Mad Bomber, meanwhile, making his way out of the back half of level 5, as is ZebGedney. No one's had any major disasters yet, so we like to see that. And now you see KHANanaphone getting the red candle as we said he would. Now, the big disadvantage to getting the red candle is it changes the spawns in the upcoming rooms. When he gets to the Wallmaster room, they're going to be the bubbles are going to be a little more annoying than they are if you don't go down into that basement and get the red candle. So he has a strat for handling that, which you'll see what he does.
Well, chessjerk actually has taken a couple of deaths. He had one death to the Manhandle and one death to the Gliok. So far, ZebGedney's been pretty clean at this point. So it's pretty close between these two.
chessjerk now doing the world wrap and picking up a heart container along the coast. Yeah, I stand corrected. There have been some deaths, but so you'll now see KHANanaphone go into this Wallmaster room with those red candle spawns. You'll see there'll be bubbles in the lower row. He'll have to.
This room, this is in my opinion the worst room casually for me. I really do not like this room because
what he's doing
and Wallmasters.
And you'll see he's using the red candle as a weapon. I suspected that was what he's going to do. You can use arrows too.
Play.
Yeah, because the bubbles take away your sword, so having a secondary weapon there, and KHANanaphone loves to use the red candle in that place, and it's a good play.
Yeah, especially when you only have 2 rupees to your name. Yeah, using the red candle is a godsend against those Wallmasters, because yeah, the bubbles are what make that room really, really difficult.
KHANanaphone now collecting his Triforce piece out of level 7, and he has 12 heart containers, which is what is necessary to get the magical sword, which will be his next stop. MadBomber heading to shop, but he's a little bit short on rupees.
It looks like he might have to farm for a little bit before he can do that. I know there are some levers north of there where he could potentially get some extra rupees.
Yeah, he just got a forced 5. He needs 1 more rupee
he should quote unquote get something. He got it.
He got it. He just in time. He gets the 140 rupees he needs for the shopping spree.
Yep, perfect. He'll go ahead and purchase the bait. Then he'll go south and purchase the wood arrows. KHANanaphone, meanwhile, going into the grave to pick up his magical sword, which will give him 4 hit points of damage.
Yep. chessjerk finishing off level 2. As ZebGedney makes his way through level 7.
Right now, ZebGedney is in the lead against chessjerk right now, and again, that is by virtue of the 2 deaths chessjerk took earlier in the run.
Yeah, and if that holds, that is a bit of an upset.
Yep, but that just goes to show you die in a vanilla Zelda, you're going to pay a big penalty, and it's even steeper when you get into the deeper levels like 7 and 9 and 6.
Yeah, I mean, chessjerk's deaths were early on. It is by no means over, but we have a real race on our hands.
No question about it.
MadBomber going to the right to get that static floor drop from the Moldorms. He did not have the bombs he needed for level 7, so he's doing some backup strats to make up for that.
Well, I must say, John, KHANanaphone really did that magical breakfast room roll. He kept all of his health intact. That is hard to do.
Yeah, KHANanaphone, one of the strongest players. It's great to see he's returned to the game. He got his sub 30 about a year ago and was away from the game for a while, and he's come back for this tournament, and he's just as formidable a force as ever, and we love watching him play. And he's finishing off those whiz robes expertly now. ZebGedney, meanwhile, heading into the Wallmaster room in level 7. You can see the bubbles.
That is not when you want to pick up a clock, because that's going to freeze the room. But that was fortunately his 5th one. Yeah,
that last Wallmaster was just in reach, so he could take it out. And you need to kill 5 Wallmasters to move that block. So that clock, if you pick up that clock before that 5th Wallmaster is out of the wall, you will have to leave the room and come back so the Wallmaster can move, and that's a big time loss. But he just missed that by a few frames. So.
Yep, good break there by ZebGedney now just to take care of this Aquamentus, and he's going to have his 6th Triforce piece, and chessjerk just starting level 7 now.
Chessjerk just starting level 7, KHANanaphone finishing level 6, and Mad Bomber about midway through level 7. Oh yeah, Mad Bomber is doing a 2 first red candle route, so he's going to go down and get the red candle as well.
Able to block clip through a couple of gorillas in the way, takes him down, and he'll get his red candle.
So we see a 3 first blue candle route, a 2 first blue candle route, a 3 first red candle, and a 2 first red candle.
Yep, as you had mentioned, 4 different routes between the 4 racers here.
KHANanaphone just farming some bombs on the way into level 8. You do 2 bombs to get through level 8, and it would be nice to have more on the way out.
Unfortunately, that Genie giving ZebGedney a little bit of business there before he can go into that gravestone to pick up the magical sword.
Mad Bomber clearing out that room of blue gorillas. That's not ideal, but he needed the bombs, so he got that floor drop there.
Now KHANanaphone taking care of the blue lagoon room against these blue dart nuts. No trouble at all. He still has 10 hearts left to go for the second set of blue dart nuts that have to be taken care of to proceed. Fortunately, with the magical sword, they go down in just 2 hits.
Yeah, you need bombs in level 5 because bombs do 4 hit points, but now you have the magical sword and that does 4 hit points, so you don't necessarily need to bomb the dark nuts anymore. KHANanaphone is going to kill a few things in this room, hoping for a bomb, and he gets a random bomb drop. That helps him out nicely.
Chessjerk was doing the old trick where you stun the Dodongos and you get 4 extra bombs, because when they're stunned, you can stab them with their sword and they'll automatically drop bombs for you. So that was a nice play there by Chessjerk. Gotta be careful, though.
Chessjerk finishing off that Wall Master room just as Mad Bomber gets to Aquamentus. It looks like everyone's going to be out of level 7 shortly. And KHANanaphone finishing off level 8. He will be heading to the final level very soon.
Yep, Mad Bomber just picked up his 6th Triforce piece out of level 7. He'll be heading for level 6 next. ZebGedney trying to get through this second magical breakfast room. He just has 1 more Wizrobe left to deal with.
Ooh,
Watch out!
Getting a little dicey.
Yeah, 1 more hit from that blue Wizrobe, and ZebGedney would have been out, and that would have been the opening Chessjerk would have needed to catch up.
Yeah, absolutely. But ZebGedney polishing it off. He has 2 heart containers. If he doesn't get a beam to the face, he'll be able to finish off the level. It's a little bit dicey, but there's just 3 Vyres to kill in terms of and the boss, which is an arrow to the eye, so just a small amount of required combat left.
Ooh, that was close, and he gets a heart drop as well, so now he has a little bit of insurance in case the blue Wizrobes decide to have a nasty pattern for ZebGedney, so it looks like he's going to be in good shape to get out of here. Yes.
Oh. KHANanaphone entering level 9. Level 9 takes 3 keys to get through. He has 2. He's going to clear out this first room. Call it the breakfast key sometimes.
Yes, indeed, because it's another breakfast room with those same Zols, pancakes, and the bubbles, and there you go. I kind of like that nickname, the breakfast key.
Yeah.
So ZebGedney has 7 levels on the board. Now he needs to head for level 8, and then he can make his play into level 9. As Chessjerk is still in level 6, got to get through this first breakfast room. We'll see how he does. Only 1 beam to the face, so not a bad breakfast room there by Chessjerk.
Not at all. Mad Bomber clearing out the belfry. He'll be heading into the magical breakfast room 1 himself in a moment. As KHANanaphone heads into the next room. This is a room of Wizrobes you need to kill. I'm sure he will handle it just nicely. And ZebGedney heading into Blue Lagoon 1. As Chessjerk finishes off magical breakfast room 2.
Bombs. That was a good use of bombs there on those blue Wizrobes, and he took very little damage. A very good magical breakfast room 2 there by Chessjerk. Look at that. ZebGedney getting through the first Blue Lagoon room with all of his health intact. Having Beam Sword is huge against Blue Darknuts, and he's going to keep it. Wow. Gotta be careful, though. You're going to lose 2 hearts every time you get hit by a Blue Darknut, and now it's time for everybody's favorite room in level 9, Reverse C.
Yep, this is the most difficult room in the game because these bubbles will take your sword away while these Wizrobes are beaming you. It's just a bad time.
And unfortunately, KHANanaphone can't use any more bombs. You have to have 2 bombs in your reserve in order to complete the game. And KHANanaphone does take care of this, and he will pick up his silver arrows right now.
Mad Bomber heading through the end of level 7. Ooh, he is down to half a heart. Getting a little dicey here.
Yeah, he's got to get through this without taking a hit from anything, and yeah, this is really getting dicey. A hit from any Wizrobe, and
it looks like
he's out.
He's taking some whack to those Zols, hoping for a heart drop, I'm sure.
Not to be. And ZebGedney getting through level 8. He now has all 8 Triforce pieces with 14 hearts and a potion in reserve going into level 9. He's got the advantage right now against chessjerk.
Mad Bomber got that key from the Virus, still on half a heart. See if he can make it through Goma. Ooh, he got beamed by the Wizrobes in the room before Goma. He's going to have to go through level 6
That's
again.
tough.
He has a choice to make here, because if he leaves level 6, everything's going to respawn. But if he stays in level 6, the breakfast rooms do not respawn. The bubbles count as enemies, so it's as if there are enemies left alive and the rooms don't come back. So probably wants to try and get through on those 3 hearts first before he resorts to anything else.
Tell you what, ZebGedney's on a really, really good pace here heading into level 9. He's got 14 hearts. He's got a double potion. If this works out in his favor, he could get a PB here, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, he's doing great. KHANanaphone now taking out Patra 3 as the last mini-boss before the final boss. Laz, you want to do your thing?
Oh, absolutely. Gotta take care of this Patra, and ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. He's gotta be careful. He's got 3 hearts, a high roll driver, and he's out.
Unfortunately, Mad Bomber taking another death in level 6.
Down to 2 hearts, is down to a final heart here, and needs... Got him! With the last heart to spare, KHANanaphone got him! Gonna pick up the Triforce of Power, and he will win his heat against Mad Bomber. Very well done. Let's see your GGs for KHANanaphone.
Yeah, get out those GGs for KHANanaphone with an official SRL time of 32 minutes and 51 seconds. Very nice no reset run there.
Yep, very respectable time there by KHANanaphone. Let's see how ZebGedney does against these first batch of Wizrobes. Just has the blue Wizrobes to take care of, and he still has 6 hearts left. And got him.
Notice Zeb often uses bombs where other players wouldn't, probably because he's playing with a bomb upgrade, so he has more bombs to play with. So he throws them down to soften up those Wizrobes sometimes.
And why not? And gets a clock. Probably not the best room in the world to get a clock, but it's a clock nonetheless.
Yeah, well, one thing a clock will do, if you know your globals, it will tell you when the next possible random bomb drop is. I'm not sure how close attention he paid to that, but you can...
having a little bit of trouble. He's going to go ahead and take down this Patra, and yeah, you got to be careful. You're going to lose 2 hearts every time you get hit. Just a few more hits left to go now.
Mad Bomber dying again in level 6.
And level 6 is not for the faint of heart. It's very difficult. You've got Wizrobes that deal tremendous amounts of damage, and even with that magical sword, if you're not careful, they can take you down before you can take them down. Now we'll see how ZebGedney does against the reverse C room. He's got one more extra bomb to spare, unless he is going to get a lucky one from the orange Wizrobe. Yeah. He's got to be careful. Any orange Wizrobe being, he's out.
Yeah, I think he still has a potion, if I'm not mistaken, so it might be a good time to take it out.
He's going to wait until he's down to his last hit. He has no more orange Wizrobes to deal with, just these blue ones. And got them all. Very nicely done there by ZebGedney.
Plus he got some health drops, so it's in a little less trouble now. chessjerk getting through that Patcher 1 skip perfectly. Very nicely done as he heads into the next room.
Absolutely. You want to keep that beam sword at level 9 as far as you can. Right now, chessjerk is in a position where if ZebGedney dies at any time in level 9, chessjerk can overtake him.
Yeah.
ZebGedney making his way through these pancake rooms right here. He's got 2 to take care of, and then he'll use one of his bombs to bomb to the left right here in this Wizrobe room. And no problem at all. He does not take any damage, just has to clear. This is the final required room of Wizrobes right here. Take the... And he gets a clock! Wow, what a drop there.
chessjerk, meanwhile, saw him force a bomb off those Zols on the way out of the corridor. Now he's skipping Patcher 2, heading into... heading towards that reverse C, not too far behind.
ZebGedney getting his potion ready just in case. He might use it right before the Ganon fight, so he's getting ready. So right now, the way it stands, if he gets through this and he doesn't take a death, he gets through this quickly, he is going to PB.
Yeah, been great to see.
See the chessjerk got his silver arrows, yep.
chessjerk got his silvers. Mad Bomber finally got through level 6. He's heading to level 8 now.
Alright, so now ZebGedney is going into the Ganon fight. Needs 4 hits with his magical sword. He's got his potion ready just in case. Because again, a Hyrule driver, you lose 4 hearts. And he's not going to take any chances. He's going to use that potion right now.
Yeah, that's a smart play.
Yep, this is a good spot to get a stun lock in, is in that bottom left corner. That's what I typically do. Needs 3 more hits. There's 2. And 3. And 4. And ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs out for ZebGedney. We have got bacon and a new PB for ZebGedney.
Yep. ZebGedney polishing off saving Zelda with an official SRL time of 37:22.
Yep, that 37:22 and the 37:19 that he's got in his own splits, that does represent a PB for ZebGedney. So congratulations, he has defeated chessjerk, and he'll go to 1-0 in the tournament. A little bit of a mild upset here, but again, it goes back to what happened to chessjerk early. 2 early deaths in level 3 and level 4, and that was the opening ZebGedney needed to pull out this victory. No deaths for him.
Yeah, and it just shows how dangerous that 3-first route is. You have that risky stuff early on. You can fall behind. But so Mad Bomber now making his way through level 8.
And now chessjerk getting ready to take care of the Patcher here before he will have his Ganon fight. All right, and one more time. Here's Ganon. Again, 4 hits is what you need. Hyrule Driver will cost you 4 hearts. Fireball's 1 heart. Could not quite get the stun lock. Ganon giving him a little bit of trouble, but he just needs 2 more hits, and chessjerk will have a victory. 1 more hit is all he needs now. Down goes Ganon. We've got some more bacon, the Triforce of Power, and chessjerk just firing the silver arrows like crazy. I mean, he knows that this race is over with, so he's just having a little bit of fun here.
chessjerk finishing up with an official SRL time of 39:02. Mad Bomber unfortunately took a death to Gliok in level 8. He is heading back into level 8 for another try. Not sure if that's going to go well for him.
Boy, that is just tough. I mean, taking a death to Gliok, that means you have to clear the blue Dark Nut rooms all over again. And unlike the ZebGedney, he does not have a blue or any potion to his name.
Now, he didn't get a potion. He didn't. he didn't get a blue ring. He's I mean, I think that if he wants to finish this run out, he probably wants to leave and go to a ferry. But I mean, he can give it another try. It looks like he's going in for another round to see if he can clear that lagoon.
Gets a fairy drop from that blue dark nut. Again, blue dark nuts are in the health drop group. And by the way, anybody who's wondering which is in what group, there's a very, very beneficial Zelda website called redcandle.us. It's going to give you all the information you need about beating the physics of Legend of Zelda. Oh, and another death in the Blue Lagoon room. Tough break there by Mad Bomber.
And Mad Bomber has forfeited the race. So that will do it for this race. So, great job by all the racers, even though Mad Bomber was not able to finish. And a bit of an upset with ZebGedney over chessjerk. I don't know. Are we going to be able to get the runners in for interviews or not? I'm not. It looks like some of them are willing, but I actually don't know how to do that. So, if you do, go ahead. Hello, Laz, you still there? Oh, it looks like chessjerk is there. I see him entering in the channel.
All right, so we have everybody here in the commentators booth. Let's start with you, ZebGedney. Congratulations on your victory and a brand new PB. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. It's been, I don't know, a rough few days of practice of just not being able to get past level 5 or 7 or 6. It was nice to finally finish a run.
That was a pretty smooth run for you. No deaths. Just played very, very well, and that helped paid off for you. So congratulations. chessjerk, it was a good run for you, but the early part of your race just did not go well for you. Go over this with us.
You have a strange definition of a good run, I think. Yeah, that was one of my worst runs in the last week or so, and that was poorly timed, but I guess the nerves of a tournament setting got to me.
Yeah, the reason we say it's a good run is that you did show some good combat later on. You just had a rough start and took a few deaths, and it's hard to come back from that.
Yeah, it really was. And I thought about not getting the potion to try to make up time, but yeah, I figured I was too far behind. It probably didn't matter. So, and I was kind of right. So, I don't regret that decision. But I did a practice run before this gone to 35 and had no problems with screen scrolling, had no deaths, and then this one happened. So that's the way it goes.
Yep, the nature of troll handlers we've seen in a lot of Zelda speedruns, chessjerk.
Yeah, I did have 2 gold splits. I golded 5 and I golded 7, I think. I thought that was very interesting. So I guess some possibility for improvement for me in the future.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. We have a Mad Bomber. Are you there? It looks like you're in the.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. You did a great job up until level 6. It looks like you need some work with the whiz rope though.
My controller was messing up on me just a tad. I was pressing down and it walked forward on me twice in a row. My first set of whiz ropes is what usually gets me. I usually don't have a problem in that room.
Yeah, well, if the controller doesn't work, that is it's a little hard to have good movement with Link.
I have no excuses. I knew I was outgunned today. I was trying to run my best. I felt like I was doing well. I felt I was keeping up. I knew my opponent was going to get a finish in the top 30, so I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to give it a run for my money.
Yep, you played exceptionally well, but then level 6 kind of got to you, and then level 8, which is a tough level. I mean, blue dark nuts, you have to get through 2 sets of those rooms required, and then a couple other sets that have additional blue dark nuts and Gibdos. So yeah, level 8, it looks easy, and it's a short level, but it's not that easy.
Yeah, I got through the first room. That was all right. Then it just, I got the tournament. This is my second tournament with you guys and everybody and all the randomizes and everything. I got a little nervous, and it showed.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, you keep at it. I think you're going to get a lot of PBs in the future because the way you played the first 6 levels, I mean, you looked pretty good early on. So I wouldn't be surprised if you got a few PBs along the way, Mad Bomber.
Yeah, absolutely. I've watched some of your practice, and you have come a long way. Just this didn't go so well, but you show a lot of promise, and I hope you stick with the game.
Oh, I'm planning on it. I'm not going anywhere. I enjoy this game a lot. I wasn't trying to do my screen wraps because I had a hard time lining them up because the monitor I was using before, I had it set. I was really good with them, and I lost that monitor, so I had to switch over, and now I'm just getting back used to them. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to play a safe route where I know my screen wraps aren't that bad, but I can do a few here and there.
All right. Well, if anyone has anything else to add, unless anyone has anything else to add, I think that'll do it for tonight, right?
Yeah, I think that will do it for everybody. Congratulations again, ZebGedney, on your PB, and chessjerk and Mad Bomber. I wish all of you the best of luck in your future Zelda 1 races.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a great night.
The channels are not set yet, but tomorrow on probably one of the speed gaming channels, we have a few races scheduled. We have Captain Green 7 versus Panulf, and When Chuck Attacks versus Jante. Those are back to back at it looks like 2:30 and 3:30 Eastern time in the afternoon. So watch out for those races. Panulf and Jante, 2 French runners. Jante in particular, very talented runner. They both run Blue Ring, but they run some of the fastest Blue Ring times you'll see. So you want to check those out. And
Jante is also in the randomizer tournament as well. In addition, ZebGedney and chessjerk were also in the randomizer tournament too. So yeah, these guys that you're seeing right now, they have a ton of experience in Zelda 1.
All right. Well, thanks to all our runners, and I think that'll do it for Vanilla Zelda 1 tonight.
All right, so on behalf of our runners tonight, chessjerk, ZebGedney, KHANanaphone, Mad Bomber, on behalf of our restreamer, Feasel, and Speed Gaming 2, and on behalf of my commentator partner, John Tabin, this is LZ Cards Fan 23 signing off. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and we will see you next time. So long, everybody.
Good night.